Hey guys, this is Shadowq, and welcome to my how-to video for Ares. So, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys to do is how to space out your chains. And this is important because if you space out your chains to the maximum duration that you can, it increases your damage and the amount that the chains are on your target, which cripples them and decreases their speed, increases your speed, and applies a buff tier 2. Just a number of reasons why you'd want to do this. Um, so what this means basically is for every time you fire a chain and hit it, you have 2 seconds to fire another chain. So if you wait the full 2 seconds, right before the duration expires, you can fire the chain right at that last second, and you can extend the duration of your chains to be as long as possible. So let's show this in action real quick. So this is how I see a lot of people do their chains. We'll show the wrong way first, which is good for bursts sometimes, but in general, you don't want to do this. This is how I just see a lot of people do it. You chain, you get it, you just shoot all three right away. So they're going to take not as many ticks as they really could be taking. It'll get the kill on the robot because he's really, really easy. But what you can actually do instead is wait until that 2 seconds is almost up to do your chain. So you chain, wait, chain, and see how much longer it's on for Ra? With just chains alone before, we didn't get the kill, we had to use our fire right afterwards, but now you saw that increased damage from extending the duration total, so we actually were able to get the kill just because of those extra few ticks. And that's really, really important to do in so many cases. That's just where a lot of Ares damage comes from, where you see a lot of the better players playing Ares. Another thing that you can do, like I said, if you do want the extra burst damage, you can fire them in succession, but that's the wrong choice 9 times out of 10 for sure. Something else that you want to work on is right before you take damage is when you want to use your 2. A lot of people do it just arbitrarily, they just forget to, but if you or a teammate is about to take something like a Raw Ultimate, a Kraken, or even an Agni Bomb to stun, or any CC really, if you wait until the last second to do your 2, it'll be up for the most optimal amount of time. It's better to not use the 2 arbitrarily, just wait for an optimal time and then use it. So I'm going to aggro Ra here, hopefully he doesn't bug out too much. So I'm going to wait for him to ulti to do his, to do my 2. If he likes to ulti, that would be nice. Well, the idea is, I think Ra's not really going to cooperate this time. The idea is, right before he would ulti, I would just pop my 2 right beforehand, and it would absorb the max amount of damage through the protections. So it's really important to do that and to not use it completely arbitrarily. It just mitigates the most amount of damage and keeps your teammates and yourself safer. Another thing that you can do is sometimes people go straight from their chain combo into fire, and that's okay. But for the entire duration you're channeling your fire, you won't have your 2 up. And even though sometimes you do want to use it right before CC, a lot of the time it's going to happen during the channeling of your fire. So if you anticipate the CC or damage coming out ahead of time from like a Kraken, Raw Snipe, any big damage at all, and you can do your chain combo, you do all 3 chains, and then do your 2, and then do your fire. Because for all that damage that I just took from his auto attack and everything, my 2 was up while channeling my 3, which is just overall more efficient for damage mitigation. So that's really important to do. A side note is a lot of abilities in this game actually get their base stats based on when you cast the ability, and it's not live update. Ares 2 actually is not the same. So if I cast my 2, you can see my prots 136 and 127, and then I chain somebody, they actually update in live time. So I actually don't really have to worry about using my 2 when I have chains of multiple people. It doesn't matter, it just live updates, you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. And I'm going to kill Rabbit off so I can really show this next trick off. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to maximize the most amount of damage possible, and what this is going to be is I'm going to space out my chains, but I'm also going to do as many auto attacks in between those chains as possible. This is like the most amount of damage that Ares can deal in one combo, and it's really important sometimes. Squeezing out all these little bits of extra damage here and there really do help. So you're going to see me do my chain, do 2 auto attacks, then do my chain, then 2 auto attacks, and chain, then 2 auto attacks. So it's just really the most optimal way to do damage, and it's really tough, but if you can get used to this trick, you'll just do more damage than all your friends. So let's see it. See, he didn't even live long enough for me to do the auto attacks after the last chain, but you get the idea. I just did the chain, then 2 auto attacks, chain, then 2 auto attacks. Chain, 1, 2, chain, 1, 2, chain. He's dying so fast it doesn't even matter here, but I think you guys get the idea. It just squeezes out the most amount of damage, and if you have an item like Witchblade, maybe you can get one other out. I haven't really tested it, but 2 with a base attack speed is the max amount that you can get off between each chain, and it's just really helpful. The last tip that I'm going to give is, it's very similar reason to your 3. and 2 combination, if you do your 2 before your 3, it's there for the whole channel. If you want to blink and ulti somebody, you can actually just like 2 then blink ulti, so that way your 2's up protecting you for the whole time that you're channeling your ulti. It's really a lifesaver sometimes, and if you think you're going to take a lot of damage, barely survive the initiate, but you think it's a really good time to ult, then that's what you should really be doing. So I hope this helped, guys. Really appreciate you watching this. Make sure you follow or subscribe or whatever YouTube does. I have no idea. So give me a thumbs up on YouTube. That's how that works. To subscribe, which also gives me $5. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time.